All right, guys, welcome back. Gonna see if I can fire off a quick video here. Running low on battery power, but I just wanted to make a quick little video here on Bitcoin and how come it's so important to learn about this technology and to start embracing it. I don't think people realize the importance and the fact that it's full on war right now. This is do or die, folks. This is either we win this battle or we don't. Either we embrace it and we learn how to use a technology that liberates all of us, or we sit on the sidelines and we let them take complete control. They are moving to a centralized digital currency that's going to be issued by the governments. And what that means is essentially they're going to have complete control of our money supply. We've already seen this in China, and where it leads is a social credit system where they essentially come in, and if you're not following all their rules, if you're not doing exactly what they say, they'll dock you points. And if you get too many points docked against you, they can come in and cut off your credit card, and there's no alternative way to pay. You can't use cash, you can't use any other currency, you can only use the currency issued by these governments. And if they don't like what you're doing, they come in and they essentially cut you off, and all of a sudden you can't buy food, you can't buy water, you can't pay for shelter. Do you guys want that? This is where this thing is going. I don't think people realize the war that's being fought right now. People are blowing this off as a get rich quick scheme. That's not what this is. This is do or die. And only from what I see, it's the people that understand currency and have studied finance that understand the importance of this battle being fought right now. And that's why people are taking such high risk and investing in something like Bitcoin. Because for me, I'm not investing in it to get rich. I've actually lost a ton of money because I was trading when I was highly emotional. And I learned the hard way. I lost a bunch of money. So it's not always a get rich quick scheme. There is a lot of risk involved. The reason I invest is because I believe in liberation. I want to fight for the liberation of mankind. And there's only one way to do that. And that's to embrace a decentralized currency where there's no central point of attack. They can't just come in and knock out Bitcoin. We've never had this opportunity in the history of mankind. Anytime there's been an attempt to create another currency that basically gets out of the centralized control of the US dollar, then they have a centralized point of attack. They come in and they take it out. They declare them terrorists. They come in with their war machine and they kill them. And so Bitcoin is offering us a once in a lifetime opportunity here. That's what people don't understand. This is a massive opportunity that we had a technology arise from the ground up that is basically run and maintained and developed, and the technology is furthered along by a lot of kind of techie people that would have been considered nerds back in the day. And they're the ones that are at the forefront of this technology emerging and offering us a chance at liberation from the economic and financial slavery that these governments and banksters have been pushing us towards. They have complete control. You have to look at what's going on here, you guys. This is serious business. They control the value of our money. We work so hard for it, and it's not even in our control how much value it maintains. They can manipulate the value of our dollars that we sacrifice our time and energy and our life for, and they can just come in and devalue that at whatever rate they choose, either through inflation or through taxation or all kinds of means that they do. They're taxing us to death, and they're inflating the money supply away and all that. So this is a way that they have control. The other way is interest rates. They can come in at any point, jack interest rates up to 23% like they did in the late 80s, and essentially cause a whole bunch of defaults where people obviously can't afford that kind of interest rate. So all of a sudden they force all of these bankruptcies, then they come in and they buy up all the assets. So why would you want to invest or basically work and give away all your time and your energy or your assets or whatever you might for these government issued currencies that are essentially enslaving mankind and causing us to get knocked into poverty. They're wiping out the middle class here, you guys. And the way they're doing this is currency. That's why I talk so much about currency and money on this channel. It's not because I'm obsessed with money in the sense that I only want to be rich and I think money's the only thing of value. It's because I see there is one path to our liberation, and that's through regaining control of our currency. And that's by choosing to use currencies that are outside of their control. So that might be silver, Bitcoin, gold, and maybe a handful of other cryptos. Another one I love is Monero because it's highly private and fungible, and essentially they have no way to trace it. So even Bitcoin is somewhat traceable. And if you don't know what you're doing, they can definitely trace your transactions. So Monero offers that privacy layer, which I really love. And I think it's up to us, you guys. It's do or die. I mean, it's up to us if we embrace these technologies and we use them, or if we're gonna fall into this brainwashing and believe that they're just a get rich quick scheme and you know, it's a big scam. That's not true. It's we have at our fingertips a tool to liberate us from this slavery. Essentially, it's the money system that is modern day slavery. It's really discreet and a lot of people can't see it, but essentially that's how they keep us enslaved. And no one's talking about it. We're all enslaved because we work so hard for this, and they're coming in and they essentially take our wealth through taxation and through inflation and other means like that, and through manipulation of the value of these dollars, through manipulating interest rates, etc. And they have us all enslaved. And there's only one way around that, and that's to stop using their currency. The way they funded World War I and World War II was through the inflation of the money supply. There's no other way they could have paid for World War I or II. What they did is they essentially, before that, we used gold and silver, and they had to increase their gold holdings if they wanted to increase the money supply. And so World War I was the first time they went off of that, and they inflated away the money, and they increased the money supply, and they took that money to essentially invest in the war machine, which went and killed all kinds of women and children and innocent people. So in a sense, we're funding the true terrorists by just choosing to use their currency and use their government issued currencies. So that's why this is so important, guys. This isn't just a get rich quick scheme. This is what people are often they conceive crypto to be a bit get rich quick scheme, and it's far from that. This is a chance at liberation, you guys. So I hope you guys dig a little deeper and learn a little more about this whole thing, because it's very critical and there's huge potential here, and it's up to us whether we're going to embrace this or whether we're going to pass it off and not have the courage to put our money where our mouth is, and essentially, you know, invest in these technologies, learn how to use them, learn how to trade with them, and start aligning ourselves with others who are doing this. Because the general public, they're so brainwashed. They're all going down the same path. They're all buying into this universal basic income, which they're going to try and roll out, because essentially that's giving away your resilience to the government. You're saying, oh, I'll just take whatever they're going to give me. And sure, you know, $2,000 looks all right now. So they get you hooked on that. You give away your business and the stuff that provides for your family, because essentially you think you're going to be okay with the government handout, and then essentially they'll get you hooked on that, and then next thing you know, they'll reduce that amount. Inflation will make $2,000 a month become pretty much useless. It'll buy you just your rations, just enough to get by so you don't riot and that kind of stuff. And you'll see the people, hopefully people here start embracing crypto, gold, silver, other currencies, and they start choosing to use them so that we can regain control as people, and we can regain our true prosperity. Because this is full-on war, you guys. These guys are trying to take everything from us. I don't know how many of you see that, but I saw this coming before they even rolled this out. I just didn't know what the excuse was going to be, how they were going to roll out the universal basic income. And now COVID has been a perfect excuse for everything I saw coming. The market crash, essentially rolling out UBI, all this kind of stuff, increasing government control, all that. And here it is, guys. We're seeing it right in front of our eyes. So this is a do or die. This is a do or die moment. This is why I'm so passionate about this. This is why I've been trying to wake people up to this for some time. And this isn't investment advice. I'm not guaranteeing Bitcoin's the end all be all, but from what I've learned, and I've studied it deeply for a number of years, is there's huge potential here. This is our one shot at regaining control of the monetary supply and regaining that, putting that power back into our hands and getting it out of the hands of these criminals, the deep state, as some like to call them. So let's do this. Let's all come together. Let's learn these technologies. Let's start trading with them, and essentially embracing this. This is a ticket, you guys. This is a chance at liberation. This is the true war being fought right now. The rest is smoke and mirrors. They don't want you to know the truth. That's why you're not taught about money in school. That's why so many people don't understand economics, because they want to keep you in the dark. If you knew the truth, you would stop using their dollars tomorrow. I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share with some friends and family, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.